Okay, I'm back. I hate to relax, relate, release. Why is America like this? Why is America like this? Why is American leadership like this? I don't understand why. And okay, the definition of a public figure is really up to your discretion, your opinion. Because just because someone's Wikipedia page says advocate, philanthropist, uh, nationally syndicated this, New York Times bestsellers that, just because someone's Wikipedia page says this or that they advocate for this or they advocate for that. It's a bunch of bull. To In my opinion, now I don't trust anything that the internet says in terms of someone's resume. It's all we have to go off of right now. But let me get on the topic of Nicki Minaj. When I saw her carefully written speech, because we know that Barb or no Barb, that is not your lane. Politics have never been your lane. It is not ingrained in you, it's not in your blood. Before you became an artist, a well known artist around the world, what was your involvement in politics? What is your character speak to in terms of politics? Let's just be real about that. One, we don't know. We don't know. What we do know is um, your husband is a pedophile. We do know that he failed to register on numerous occasions. We do know that allegedly you are in the midst of trying to scavenge or put together some money for some lawsuits that you need to settle. A lot of this stuff is public record, but I have to say allegedly for YouTube purposes. But we do know that a lot of your debt has come from your husband and come from your wrongdoings, i.e., assault. Okay. I don't understand how a person is credible can stand before the United Nations and give a speech, a curated speech, a someone wrote the speech for me speech, and talk about genocide, talk about, religious freedoms, talk about religious liberties, talk about safety, talk about security and promise and freedom and all of these great things that, humans should be entitled to. And your background doesn't fit any of that. Um Political calculated move on behalf of Trump's campaign because there had to be some check. There had to be some call from the White House to say, "Hey, Nikki, we hear you got these lawsuits. We know you need to settle this, and we know, you're not going on tour right now. So we're gonna cut you this bread. We're gonna wire you this money. We need you to fly out and have this political speech. We already have it written for you. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's already been put together for you. And this is what we're doing. Baby, I went to school for too long. I went to school for too long. Baltimore, too long. I went to school for too long for me to be where I am. Okay. For someone to give her such an opportunity, like to go before the United Nations or to go before the World Health Organization, baby, that's not something that you just wake up and walk into a room and can just start speaking. Now, me, of course, I could walk into those rooms and have a long list of things that I would like to discuss. But to the point of Nigeria, the battle, the Christian Muslim battle, and the genocide of people. Listen, I am against any form of force or killing anyone based off of their religion. If one thing that I've learned about religion in studying political science in my undergrad, you can be a well knowledge, well rounded person and know about different cultures, know about different forms of governments, know about different foods, different cultures, and it makes you understand the world on another level that some people in America probably would not be able to grasp. There is life outside of the United States. I may not have been able to travel outside of the United States. Yes, I am passport ready, but am I currently able to travel? Not at the moment, but that's another video. But to speak about these issues, Nikki, one thing I looked at when I saw that video, I said, did she have a conversation about Jamaica? Because Jamaica had the worst massive storms that has ever hit them. And was there a conversation about that? Was there a conversation about some of these other places who have dealt with storm like climate change? If you're going to speak about something, Nikki, speak about something that's directly reflecting your people. Okay? Shout out to Nigeria. I'm not hating on y'all at all. But to have that woman go up there and speak, baby, I would have got up there and delivered a better speech. Why her? She's already got a target on her back from her own industry, people in the industry with her right now or against her right now. She's already got a target. She's like close to being canceled at this point. So I just didn't understand. And I guarantee you, something is telling me that she's been a Trump supporter this entire time. Something in my blood is telling me that this woman has been involved and had her hands in this man's campaign or pushing his narratives or doing whatever. And I can't believe that they gave her that opportunity as a person who has gained all of this education and all of this student debt, right? All of this student debt that I may never, ever pay back. You gave someone who is less credible, okay, less knowledgeable, such an esteemed, like, who does that? Who does that? And furthermore, I want to know, I would have majored in this as well at Morgan. I would have studied public relations because I want to know who her PR is. Who said, Nikki, this seems like a great opportunity for you? Who said that that was okay? And for all of the people, the Barbs, I've been reading your comments, and then all of the people from Nigeria who have just been like, oh, we love you over here in Nigeria, Nikki. Y'all love her over here in Nigeria. Do y'all also love her for all of the alleged cases she has for assaulting her staff? Do you also love her for marrying a pedophile and embracing pedophilia? Because anytime that you marry anyone who is a registered sex offender, baby, you are them. You are like them. I mean, I just don't care. I just don't care. And while we're on the topic of this, it's like, why, Nikki? Why? I just don't understand. Because right now, people are being exposed. People are being exposed. Veils have been lifted. And there are more politicians and more high powered people that are being exposed for pedophilia and being exposed for being involved in Epstein's plot in his mission or whatever he thought he was doing. And for me, if I'm Nicki Minaj, I would take a seat. I would be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Sit down. This is a time where I would not be speaking or saying anything if I was Nicki. This is a time where I would have someone take my phone, because all you've been doing thus far is coming after Jay-Z, coming after other people in the industry for what they've been doing or what they didn't do or how they sold you out or took tracks and records and deals and all this other kind of things from you. Why then would you go get yourself all dolled up to read a speech that you have no connection with? None whatsoever. And anybody in Nigeria that's buying that, baby, let us pray for you. Let us pray for you, because first of all, genocide has been going on for since I was in school, probably before I was in school, probably, yes. And these issues are strong political issues. Why Nicki would insert herself in it, I don't know. But be humble and sit down. That's my advice to Nicki. The veil has been lifted, and you don't want to play with those type of players, if you get what I'm saying. Now, I'm watching the Senate committee hearings. It's hard for me to watch those Senate committee hearings. I put them on TV, I put them on my phone, I'll put them on my laptop when I'm in office. Baby, Kash Patel, from what the internet is saying as far as your resume, how did you even get with the FBI? How did you get with them? Because your resume doesn't reflect any form of experience, education, skills, knowledge, training. It just doesn't reflect that, babe. And you're on this Senate committee hearing, and they're asking you yes or no questions, and you look crazy. You look like a clown at a circus. And then when you feel attacked, you are using profanity. And the chairman is just letting you roll with it, letting you go with it, and giving people back their time just for them to ask you the same questions and for you to say this is an ongoing matter, an ongoing investigation. You either knew that those files should not have been released because you felt as though it would shine a negative light on Trump. Newsflash, he has enough negative light on him. So any more negative light is just more negative light. So I don't know why you thought any bit of a reputation he has left would be stained, because it's not going to be stained. He did that himself. He did that himself. Okay. You trying to protect a man who would 9 times out of 10 throw you right under the bus, okay, if everything went up in flames. Or Kash, is your name in it? Do you have some involvement with everything that's going on? So you're trying to hide behind the lies and your whatever narrative or storyline you thought you were going to come to the Senate committee hearings and say, I'm not going to answer this, I'm not going to answer that. First of all, how much does it cost to actually have these Senate committee hearings? Because I know that they have to use some federal resources or something. It's got to be coming from somewhere. Is that where all the FICA money is coming from? Huh? Is that what FICA is? That who FICA is? When we sit and watch that BS on TV, Kash, is that where the money coming? Where's the money coming from for these hearings? Because right now, all you wasting is everybody's good ass time. You're wasting good ass time. We want to know if you have knowledge of this or that, if you have the evidence of anything prior to 2016, 2017, if you know of anything in 2019, and it's like, yeah, but I asked, the question was asked and answered. Anytime somebody wants to spin, they will divert away from the question, and they will not give anything substantive, nothing to follow. And you answer all questions the same way that they were asked. Kash, please sit down. Please sit down. Where are the people that help Cash? Who are the people that's under him? When they clock in and drink their coffee in the morning, do they know what they signing up for? Because right now, I'm gonna tell you right now, the veil has been lifted. Yes, it's going to take 30 days, even once that pink man signs the executive order. They have up to 30 days to do a full release of those files. But in my opinion, those files will definitely be redacted. Okay. Those files will have documents taken out, pictures, probably. Things will be taken out. Things will definitely be taken out. And again, this goes back to previous videos that the previous video that I just did is that who can you really trust at the end of the day? Where can we really get the right information that we know that we can trust? Where can we get that information from? Because at this present time, I don't trust anything that they're going to release. I do not. I do not. I don't trust anything. There's so many other people who I've talked about this in the office before. So many other political figures, so many other celebrities, so many other just public figures that have just, all of a sudden they overdosed, or all of a sudden the medical examiner could not determine a cause of death. These things do not add up in my Aquarius mind. They don't. I am an extreme overthinker. So when I see something, I'm going to dissect it like science class. I'm going to dissect it. I am. When I watch any kind of Criminal Minds, any kind of forensic, because those are the things that I'm into, baby, I'm going through everything. Well, why didn't they talk to this person? Why didn't they get a statement from that person? Where are the latent prints? Where's all of that, the ballistic evidence? Where's this? Where's that? I don't believe this. I don't believe this. I don't. I don't. And this is how you know that there's some corruption with everything. With everything. We don't know what we're being told to be true. We don't know that the people that we voted for or didn't vote for, we don't know any of these people. And it increases tensions and blood pressures for all of us. But the extreme cover up is coming soon, you guys. It's coming soon. They don't want people to know everything. And that pink man is just one person involved in all of this. Okay? It's all going to fall. America is not worth it. What freedoms and liberties and what are we doing? What are we doing? Why do we have the leadership that we have? Why did we have leadership we had before? Because, look at other presidents. Even if I wanted to dive into the ones that were before my time, there was always somebody doing something. Always somebody with their hands in something. Seriously, look around. Keep your circle tight. Spandex tight. Because at the end of the day gotta end.